I recently went to my local Costco and came across this stuff right here. This is the Turtle Wax Fresh and Foamy Wash and Wax. And it's a new product at Costco, but is it really new? And if it's not, then is it the same formula as it was before? So at $14.99 for this gallon size, it's for sure a fantastic deal. Every year they seem to come out with a Turtle Wax branded wash and wax. The first year was a mango scent. It was a yellow color. The last year it was a bright green, I think maybe green apple scent. I don't remember off the top of my head. And now we have this orange color, and the scent is pineapple coconut. And it smells phenomenal, guys. I've been using this stuff just to kind of check it out and see how it works. And I do have to note, the smell is fantastic. So like I said, same exact kind of jug as it was before, definitely a different color, but I'm assuming it's the same product. Now, I don't know that for sure. I have no way of knowing if it's the same formula or not, but I can tell if it's a good product, right? So went ahead and bought it, tested it out on a car that I was going to do for a customer. This is a Mercedes. Now, I have a lot of confidence in Turtle Wax products in general, so no problem using it on my customer's car. This customer, awesome customer of mine, it's just they opt to not do the full thing. This car has needed a wax, and every time I bring it up to him, he's like, nah, don't worry about it. I think it's a lease. So they're just not concerned. So this was a good test for it because I wanted to foam it on and see if it leaves any sort of protection behind, see the water reaction afterwards. So I went ahead and put 4 ounces of this product into my foam cannon. Now my foam cannon I'm gonna be using in this situation is the IMJOSHV Pro version 2. Now this foam cannon, along with the SV3 from IMJOSHV, I have them both available on my website. If you guys are interested, I'll link it in the description for you. These things get more foam than any other foam cannons. These two, and then the MTM and the Griot's Boss seem to get about the same amount of foam. Just the IMJOSHVs are my favorite personally. Now the directions on the label actually state to use 1 ounce of wash per 2 ounces of water for heavy foam. So at 1 part product, 2 parts water, you're gonna be using about 10 ounces, they're saying, for heavy foam. I'm using 4, that's plenty in my personal opinion. And as you'll see, as I'm foaming the car, it's getting a good amount of foam. It's laying it on nice and thick. Is it as thick as something like Adam's Mega Foam? No, definitely not. Or even Kokemi's Gentle Snow Foam? No, but it gives a good amount of foam. Now again, if you're using a cheaper foam cannon with a regular orifice, or you're not adjusting anything, it's definitely not going to be the thickest, but it's going to apply a good coating of foam onto the vehicle. Also, with the wash and wax, and when you're using it with a foam cannon, keep in mind whatever those polymers are inside of it that add that protection or that freshly, high shine look, those can clog the filters of your foam cannon. So what I recommend is once you are done with this, there's a little knob on top of your foam cannon, just open it up to full water, let the water just blast through there so that water is continually rinsing out the filter, and then you should be good to go. Now for my contact wash, I did follow the directions exactly for this product. So it's 1 ounce per gallon of water. So I just filled up a gallon, put 1 ounce of product in, went in, and I gotta say, guys, the product feels, and again, this car hadn't been waxed in a while, so typically things like to stick to it pretty well. This did a great job. I let the foam dwell on it, then went in for my contact wash, and the things came up pretty easily. I did a good job kind of loosening everything up. The lubrication as I'm going across the surface felt really, really good. It didn't feel like my wash media. I just use a microfiber towel. I'm able to turn it and keep it a nice, fresh, clean area as I'm working. It felt nice and slick. It didn't feel like I'd be dragging anything across the surface, causing any potential marring or anything like that. So foaming ability, check. Yes, it foams well. Not as good as some of the other ones, but man, 15 bucks for a gallon, fantastic price. Lubrication, fantastic as well. It did seem very, very slick as I was going. And then just kind of enjoyment while using it. This stuff smells phenomenal, so that was great. Moving on from there, the rinse off, guys. That's another important part, right? You don't want a soap that's gonna stick to the surface and that you have to kind of continually rinse to get it all off. This seemed to come off really, really nicely. I was just actually using an Ego, the new battery-powered Ego pressure washer. I'll be doing a review on that here soon, but I was using that and testing it out. I haven't tested the numbers on that thing yet, so I don't know what I was operating at. But it did work really, really well to get all the soap off. It worked phenomenally well, and the soap came off without any issue. It wasn't leaving a bunch of residue behind. Now let's talk about the nitty gritty of this soap. They say it's pH neutral, so typically right about a 7. It's not gonna strip off any coatings or waxes or anything like that. Again, it does state wash and wax. Typically, That's just gonna be polymer additives that increase the shine, so it gives it that just wax look. It's not necessarily leaving a bunch of protection behind. You know, it should be good for a couple days or something like that. But I did notice as I was rinsing the surface off, you could see the water breaking up. It was doing a good job of, you know, whatever sort of protection is in it, was doing a decent job at least breaking the water up so the water didn't lay completely flat on the surface. Again, this car, and then I actually did the car next to the Mercedes as well as the Porsche 911. Same situation there. That actually has an older clear bra on the hood that just, anyway, it needs to be changed out, but as well, it was doing a good job of breaking up the water so that it would come off a little bit easier. One other thing I want to talk about is with these wash and waxes, a lot of people ask me, can I use that over it if my car's ceramic coated? Can I use this? I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. I would just go with something that doesn't have any wax additives, because it's going to, whatever protection is there, you can see that water that was kind of sheeting off slowly, but it was breaking it up. Your ceramic coating that's super hydrophobic, now this is going to go over the top of that, and the water's going to react to whatever protection is in this instead of the ceramic coating that is underneath. Until this breaks apart and goes away, then your ceramic coating's back and you can see the performance. So for me personally, if you have your car that's ceramic coated, get something without the wash and wax. So if you're looking for a product at your local Costco, I know it's super easy, guys. If you see a gallon of this stuff, really easy to pick up, but is it any good? And I would say, yeah, for $15, it's phenomenal. It's a great product. Is it as good as the super high-end stuff? I mean, it doesn't foam. It doesn't give as dry of a foam. But with that said, it did a really good job cleaning. It smelled good, so it was nice to work with. It was super slick, so it's a win-win for sure. $14.99, I believe, is what it was. The new Turtle Wax Fresh and Foamy Wash and Wax, this bright orange color, available at your local Costco now, at least mine. I'm in San Diego, so they probably stock it in a little bit early, but over the next month or two, keep an eye out for this stuff. I think it's a good choice for your needs. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope that video helps you. Again, do I recommend it? Yeah, I think it's a good product. Again, smells great, high lubrication, decent foam. So that's it for today's video, guys. Please make sure to like the video, make sure you're subscribed, turn on that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one.